as a white guy trying to talk for black people.
I'm
no,
not.
Bitch, no, you're not.
Yes, I wasn't.
No, you were.
You just tuned in.
Trying to.
I give credit where credit is due. I'm probably the most pro anti-Trump comic out there. That mother.
You're not.
Shut the up. Well,
you were trying to.
For what? What are you upset about? It's not me.
No, and shut up.
Ever been asked a question where both answers make you look bad? That's exactly what these celebrities faced. And their responses left interviewers speechless.
Yeah, save that for one of them. Did you see that heckle at a different show and go, this'll work? Tell you, madam. What, sorry? Is she? I don't mind, it's a mixed ability group. She's lovely. What, sorry? I look a bit bald on the top of my head. Well, I mean, it's more of a vision issue than a follicle issue. I don't know what to...
From Morgan Freeman rejecting the entire concept of Black History Month to Elon Musk shutting down Don Lemon on the woke mind virus, these moments show what happens when media narratives get challenged by people who won't be boxed in. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
There's nothing you can say to me I haven't said 6 inches from the mirror. You're the first name going in my suicide note tonight. I don't even know what he's saying, but it's just, shit sounds tense.
You a
Ever wonder what happens when a celebrity gets backed into a corner by an interviewer with an agenda? The media landscape today is like a minefield for famous faces. Journalists don't just want answers anymore, they want reactions, outrage, and most importantly, those sweet, sweet clicks. Morgan Freeman gave us one of the all-time greatest examples when a journalist tried to corner him about Black History Month. Instead of playing along, Freeman completely flipped the script with his now famous response. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. But he didn't stop there. Freeman turned the tables by asking the interviewer which month was White History Month, exposing the absurdity of the premise. In that moment, Freeman wasn't just answering a question. He was challenging the entire framework of how we compartmentalize Black achievements. These loaded questions put celebrities in a tough spot. Play along with the interviewer's narrative, and you risk becoming a puppet for someone else's agenda. Push back, and suddenly you're difficult or avoiding the question. It's a lose-lose situation that requires serious navigational skills. Denzel Washington showed exactly how it's done when faced with race-baiting questions. Rather than accepting the divisive framing, he redirected with perfect simplicity. Race relationships have to do with race relationships. You're white, I'm black, we're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done. With those few words, Washington transformed a potentially explosive interview moment into a demonstration of real-world connection. He basically said, look, we're doing it right now, having a conversation as people rather than as racial categories. Then there's Matthew McConaughey, who was put on the spot about his political aspirations. When an interviewer tried to pin him down on being anti-gun and whether he could get elected in Texas with that stance, McConaughey refused to take the bait. His response was pure McConaughey wisdom. To give you a direct statement right there would be playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
I don't know who the mad at, but it's not me.
No, a white person trying to make fun of black people.
See, now you're crying, and I was just trying to make you laugh.
No, don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Stop having fun.
Can we get her an water or something?
Wow. Are you serious?
See, yeah, no, that's what happens.
No, you're white, trying to like talk about, no, and you.
My probation officer is here now. Now I'm gonna make fun. I was trying to be empathetic.
It wasn't funny.
It was not.
No. I don't care, you try to like laugh at that shit.
How dare I at a comedy club?
No manufactured controversy, no quote for tomorrow's headlines, just an honest acknowledgement that he saw the trap and chose not to step in it. One of the most surprising examples came from Lil Wayne, whose response to questions about Black Lives Matter left interviewers completely stunned. "I am a young, black, rich man," he stated matter-of-factly. If that don't let you know that America understands Black Lives Matter these days, I don't know what it is. Talk about refusing to stick to the script. Wayne didn't just dodge the question, he challenged its entire premise by holding up his own success as evidence counter to the narrative the interviewer expected him to support.
There's a bunch of you, I'll definitely change the subject, you know?
The fight is up, sorry.
90s, you're just like, oh, tell me I'm beautiful
We're
again.
gonna dangle you off the roof like Vanilla Ice in this bitch. Play with me.
Are you Suge Knight?
One time, play with me.
Are you Suge Knight?
One time, just one time. Just one time, I dare you. I dare you.
Can you identify yourself if you're in his posse? Cameron, you gotta consider some security. Whoa, 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 are we cool?
I ain't worried about you, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man.
Wayne doubled down on his position by adding, "I don't feel connected to a damn thing, ain't got nothing to do with me." This blunt statement was his way of asserting that nobody, not even an interviewer with an agenda, gets to decide which movements or causes he should identify with. It was a powerful reminder that celebrities are individuals with their own perspectives, not just mouthpieces for popular causes. What's fascinating about all these responses is the pattern that emerges. The most effective pushbacks didn't come from celebrities who got angry or stormed out. They came from those who recognized the loaded question for what it was and found creative ways to diffuse it. Some refused the premise entirely. Others asked counter questions that exposed the interviewer's bias. And some simply reframed the conversation on their own terms. These celebrities didn't just protect themselves from a gotcha moment. They exposed the machinery behind it. By refusing to engage with leading questions on the interviewer's terms, they maintained control of their own narratives. And that's the real power move. The next time you see a celebrity interview where the questions seem designed to provoke rather than inform, watch closely. The best responses aren't necessarily the most quotable clapbacks. They're the ones where the celebrity recognizes the game being played and simply decides not to participate. But nobody takes it to the next level quite like Quentin Tarantino. When an interviewer tried pushing him into a corner about violence in his films during the Django Unchained press tour, Tarantino delivered what might be the ultimate shutdown. "I'm not your slave and you're not my master. You can't make me dance to your tune." That right there is the masterclass. These celebrities aren't just protecting their image. They're showing us all how to deal with people who try boxing us into their narratives. You don't need some witty comeback like you see in the movies. The real power move is recognizing the game being played and flat out refusing to play it. Next time someone throws a loaded question your way, whether it's some random person on Twitter or your nosy relative at Thanksgiving dinner, remember what these celebs taught us. You don't owe anyone participation in their agenda.